Hey guys, it's Guido coming at you with some DCS, and this is take 69 because I have had multiple very clever and cunning plans for how I was going to do this video, about half of which have completely fallen on their face. I understand, I think the DCS replay system has been updated. I need to look at the controls and how that works, but I haven't done that yet. So it is an epic pain in the rear. And what I also just realized is I've been calling the MiG-27 a Su-27, and there is a very, very large difference between the two of those things. All right, so we are going to fly against the AI. It's set on ace status, for whatever that's worth, not much. PvP is much more difficult, but really what I'm trying to show you with this is 2-circle and 1-circle fights. We'll talk about them as they go to kind of give you an idea of BFM. A couple caveats to this. The setups are going to be 25,000 feet, 0.95 Mach, about 5 nautical miles from each other. Going to be a high aspect merge with the AI against a MiG-27, 3rd gen, not very capable airplane, and then we'll do a MiG-29S, a more capable early 4th gen kind of aircraft. The Eagle is superior to both of those. In general, very superior to the MiG-27, generally superior to the MiG-29, except in some cases. Plus it's AI, so I should have a pretty easy time, theoretically, with these guys. You'll see how it goes. It's kind of interesting in a couple cases on that. So I want to show you some single circle, show you some 2-circle stuff, and we'll discuss the merges and things as we go. I just needed to come back and make sure I was not calling the MiG-27 a Su-27, which I had, actually. And I might do it in the voiceover because I've already done those, and I think potentially I refer to it as such, but realize the swing wing MiG-27 is the one I'm fighting, not the Su-27. We'll get to that a little while later. Coffee's nice. All right, so I'm going to sync up the rest of this stuff. You guys enjoy the merges. There should be five merges in there too, with the MiG-27 3, with the MiG-29. There's a third one with the MiG-29 because I kind of find out something a little bit interesting about what the AI is doing right there. It looks like the AI wants to go 1 circle with the MiG-29. It tries to force that, so we're going to do the old double head fake and try to get it into a 2-circle, which we end up doing. That's a much longer fight and very interesting, at least I thought so. So let me know what you think down below. If there's anything else you want to see out of this, you guys have a great one, and I hope this is the last of the intros I have to do. But you never know. You never know. I could fail at this too. Very possible. The point, so we're doing the MiG-27 and fly. All right, there we go. So we're going to get a lock. We're going to thumb back to guns. That way I get some kind of ranging to him. He's at 3 nautical miles. I'm in max AB. I want to be 420, 440 when we merge. As we get to nice and close, we're going to drop some flares, and here he comes. And all right, we're going 1 circle with this guy. We should pick him up. There he is. All right, so good. We didn't lose sight. The thing about 1 circle with the Su-27 is you should be able to get inside him and take a nice high aspect shot here. Snapshot, as we might call it, or high aspect snap. Thumb back into guns, and we'll try to shoot him as he comes through, and we're late. All right, so we'll just lead turn this guy, and that's what you can do against these 3rd gen guys. You do that against a MiG-29 or a Su-27 or another 4th gen guy, especially a human, he's going to reverse on you right there. So that was just sort of a no respect turn into this dude. We're going to throttle modulate because we just really outpower this guy by miles, and he's just sort of making this lazy, what we would call a Libyan lead turn here. Doesn't have a lot of options, so we're going to try to line this thing up and just slap him a little bit. So some damage. Pretty tough airplane, but he ends up punching out, and there goes the pilot, there goes the airplane. Little victory roll, and we have won our first engagement against the AI. Aren't we awesome? That's a single circle right there. So both of you turning in a different direction. Easier to keep visual, but at some point you have to decide whether you want to transition into 2-circle like we did, or if you continue in this basically a scissors kind of idea. Not necessarily exactly, but 1 circle to 1 circle to 1 circle, taking high angle snaps right there. Because this is a 4th gen, I outpower him, I outturn him by miles. I was able then to reverse that first single circle into a quick 2-circle and just outpower him around the corner. You really had no hope. That is something you're only going to be able to do against something that is quite a bit underpowered compared to yours, slash doesn't have the same turn rate or slash radius. Both of those are in play right there, as your aircraft does. All right, let's go do a 2-circle with the Su-27. All right, guys, we're going to attempt the 2 circle on this one. I guess I shouldn't say attempt. I just say we'll do the 2 circle, and if it's the 20th or 30th that I do to make it where I can keep sight, you would never know. But honestly, it's the 4th or 5th one. I've had some that were successful, then I forgot to do the save the track thing. I mean, it's been a thing, all right? It's been a thing the whole time. All right, here we go. We're going to fly. We're going to take this guy 2 circle this time. By golly, it's going to work. I'm going to keep sight of him. So we're max AB. We'll start dropping some flares here as we come into the merge. Here he comes. I'm going to Libyan lead turn this guy a little bit so I can keep sight. I can actually do that against this kind of bad guy because he just doesn't have the turn that I do. Alright, so he's right up in the sky there, and honestly, he's already disappeared on me. Unreal. Keeping track of him. So I'm just sort of sweeping with my vert scan. There we go. I found him. Fantastic. All right. That is not exactly how you want to do it. I'm going to come off here just a bit. Go ahead and reduce some of the angles. And I'm going to be able to outpower this dude around the corner. He's really gone downhill quite a bit. So we're just going to go ahead and power modulate a little bit. I don't want to overg. Look how much better my turn rate is than his. I can just really just carve right up, and he's just in big trouble now. We just kind of lay that in there, and down he goes. Destroyed. Makes it look easy, but we're going to go after a MiG-29 next, and you'll see that they are quite a bit more maneuverable than the Su-27 is. But that's what a 2 circle looks like, a very quick 2 circle. Normally a 2 circle would take a lot longer for you to get into that firing solution. Somewhere around a 4 aspect is what you're looking for, lead fire, all that good stuff. All right, let's go check out a MiG-29 next. All right, our next opponent's going to be a MiG-29S. I'm going to go for 1 circle with this one. Same setups, 25,000, beak to beak, 0.95. Off we go. All right, there he is. We've got a lock. He's going to turn the same way. I don't know. I'm wondering if in DCS they always turn the same way. I'm going to give up some turning room to make this thing happen. He's actually turning away from me just a little bit right there. So we will go, there we go, and I actually gave up turning room to make this happen. Keep on going around here. There we go, so we're 1 circle, right? We're both going back towards each other in opposite directions. We're going to get a high aspect merge here again. Trying to get a lock on him. There we go, gun, and all right, a little late on that. Back to another 1 circle. Oh, and there's the over G. That's what I'm trying to avoid doing right there. Get back to the gun. See if we can't put a little shot on there. I am inside him a little bit. I need to be careful about my airspeed though because I'm really using now. These DCS guys, they really tend to use the vertical there. Not a bad move. He's causing me issues. I'm going to have to use this vertical here to solve this problem. Now if he goes up, he could give me trouble. It looks like he's going to go up a little bit. Now we're kind of in a bit of a scissors, although I am going to give him a little bit of that right there. And I'm going to no respect lead in the vertical here. You have to watch my speed. Now he's headed downhill. He doesn't have a whole lot left, so we'll just go ahead and carve around here. Unfortunately for him, he came up to the ground, right? So we're just going to drive in closer, and you're going to see the AI use a bunch of this kind of barrel roll stuff, changing his heading. He's attempting not to get shot. I need to get closer, though, because it's very difficult to make these gunshots. So we're really hauling the mail here. We'll have to go ahead and pull this back just a bit so we don't completely overshoot this dude. I'm going to use a little bit power modulation to do that. All right, so keep closing in. He's just going to keep on flopping out in front of me. It's going to take a while for me to get this shot. It's not easy to get these shots from this range. And we're right at the outside range of the gun anyway. 6,000 feet nominally where you want to be. So we're sitting at 5. That's pretty far. I'm just going to keep on carving in. I'm just pointing at him because I just want to close in this range so that my shots are easier in here. See, now there's the over Gs. Missed that shot. Okay. Follow him, what he's doing. Just do it better. Okay. Missed that shot. Oh, there we go. We got a piece of him. You gotta like that. Oh, okay, so that worked. Bit of a snap, but he was going through. Don't let people go through your HUD and your reticle for free. If it looks like you got a shot, just be careful. Remember, you only have 950 rounds, 940 or so. So there you go. We got a single circle, got into a firing solution pretty quickly. But you notice on that one that he was much more capable of holding me off than the Su-27, right? A more maneuverable airplane. Granted, it's AI, got it. No bragging going on here, but you see the difference, at least in the performance of the airplane. That one was able to last a little longer, and then he gets into the flopping fish thing towards the end. Very interesting way that the AI does that, but fairly effective. It did take me a while to get in there. All right, this time we're going to try to take the MiG-29 2 circle. Hopefully I don't lose sight and all that good stuff. Fly. All right, we'll grab a radar lock once again. We're in max AB, 420, 440. We'll try not to over-G this time. Come into the merge. We're going to take the turning room that he gives us, which is the room between me and he. Okay. Oh, actually, he decided to go one circle. Very interesting. All right. That's fine. We'll go ahead, vert scan. We'll get a radar lock here. Maybe do a little of that. Didn't work. Lead turn around. All right, he's kind of, well, I thought he might try to turn into a 2 circle, but he's going to use some of the vertical. That's fine. We'll do what he did. Carve in. Watch the airspeed. He's going to take this up. Oh, okay, he's going to actually do some no kidding vertical development. All right. So it comes up, get the gun out here. We're not going to let him pass through for free here. Missed that. That's all right. We'll lead turn in the vertical. There we go. A little bit of a snap, and he is out. Very interesting. So it looks like the AI is not interested in a 2-circle fight in the MiG-29, at least not for that merge right there. Interesting, interesting. All right, well, let's give it one more shot and see what happens. All right, for this one, what I think we're going to do, we're going to set it up the same way, like we're going to try to go 2-circle with him, or we're going to use the turning room into him. Let's put it that way. Honestly, the second person to turn, or the last person, really, if you think about it, the last person to turn determines the 1-circle or 2-circle. It's just that if you wait too long, you've given up a bunch of angles potentially in turning room. I'm going to do that this time, though. I'm going to head fake that right-hand 2-circle. At least I think I'm going 2-circle. He reversed. I'm going to reverse after I do that. We'll see what happens with this, if I can get into a 2-circle with him by doing it that way. So it looks like he wants to take turning room off to my right side there. As you can see him headed off that way. I'm going to make him think that I'm turning with him here. Right? So we do this, and he should reverse, and then I'm going to reverse. See how he just reversed? All right, let's see what happens with this. Keep coming around. And honestly, I've lost sight of him, so that could be a bit of a trick, because I don't know where he's going. I see some smoke, but I do not see him. I was actually looking at the RWR, but it was... Let's see, this is not good. I'll probably find him, and look at all the airspeed I've got. That's terrible. There he is. I was going to say, when you lose sight for a long time, eventually you're going to find them at your 6 o'clock. We're shooting you. We'll tuck underneath that shot. There we go. All right. There he goes. And it looks like now we're in a 2-circle, but I'm in a losing position. But let's go ahead and manage our airspeed a little better here. We'll just go into this nice 2-circle fight. Come back to another merge. Don't want him to get a shot if I can avoid it. So yeah, we'll just avoid that. There we go. Got a power module. All right, there we go. So 420, 440 is where I want to be. Well, at least we got ourselves into a 2-circle. That's nice. It looks like he wants to maybe come around. So he spent a lot of energy taking that shot on me. And I was able to maintain mine. He may actually get a shot there. Nope, not quite. So see how he couldn't quite get his nose on me? Alright. Actually just bled off a bunch of energy right there. I didn't want to bleed off though. So we're at the no kidding floor. Now what I've seen the AI do is once I start to win this, if I do, he's going to start yo-yoing using vertical here. We're going to try to just hope he doesn't quite get that shot. There we go. So we didn't use too much energy to do that. That's good. And I shouldn't have done that because I actually just lost. There he is. All right. I thought he was going to go in the vertical. He's just really using everything he's got to kind of carve around inside me. And I would say it's looking bad, but I think I'm beating him down in energy. But let's see what happens. Look at him. He's just trying to get his nose on. And that's one thing about the MiG-29, man. He's got a lot of power. A ton of power. power. He's actually getting around behind me, to be honest with you. So I might be losing this rate fight, and it looks like I am, actually. So holding the rate fight, even though I've been able to keep his nose off, he's really been able to keep around there and keep the angles on. It looks like maybe I'm starting to make it up now. And eventually, we're both going to have fuel issues, which is one thing you sort of find when you get in these long, drawn-out two-circle fights. You only have so long. He's really coming around. Now, he's trying to use some of the vertical there. Looks like he wants to try to use some yo-yo action to get some of his angles back. It's all right. I'm going to stay a little lower than him. I don't want to give him too much altitude for free. Looks like he's going to use that to come back across because he built some turning room in the vertical. Yep, here he comes. I want to use it all up. Probably should have taken some of that away from him. There we go. There we go. All right, so he's headed up above there. We're going to keep our speed up as much as we can. There we go. I don't want to lose too much of him. And I actually just bled a bunch of energy off doing that. So he's still fighting this two. It's very interesting that he decided to climb like that. We're going to try to get our knots back. We're slowly neutralizing him and getting back into this fight. Got to be careful about not extending this circle too much. I get too fast, but now I'm really able to get some of my speed back. And now I'm turning well. Yeah, now you can see that I'm starting to beat him in the rate fight. Notice I'm now not looking behind me quite as much. He's off the top of the canopy. He's still trying to outclimb me. So earlier I gave him a little bit too much vertical for free without really challenging that. You don't want to go all the way up with him, but you want to minimize the amount of altitude that he's able to use against you. So you've got to come up with him a little bit, but you don't want to sell out too much. And now this is what a winning two circle starts to look like. And pretty quickly though, we're going to run out of fuel. You're going to hear bingo fuel here in a little while. This is starting, as we climb up here, it's the Eagles regime. And at some point I've got to make my decision on when I want to try to pull him into the HUD, but we're not quite there. Notice how much easier it is now to keep him at the top of the canopy bow. He's just sitting right there. I'm outrating this guy. Now he's using the vertical, right? He's like, oh, that sucked. I'm going to use this vertical that I have. All right, I just over-G'd there like crazy because I'm not power modulating. There we go. So he's going to use some of that vertical. Kind of held me off a little bit right there. Yep, there's the bingo fuel. So I'm going to go ahead and try to carve across here and see if I can't end this thing here pretty quickly. We're running out of airspeed to do so. Okay, we got a piece of him. There we go. Wounded bird, and down he goes. So there you go. Not a bad example of an extremely extended two-circle fight, and going from lost vision to holy crud, there he is, and then just holding a very what's the word I'm looking for, patient two-circle fight. Paying attention though to when he's getting his nose on. He actually got what, maybe one or two high angle gunshots there that I had to avoid, so be careful for that. When you come back to that second or third merge, if they have some angles, they may pull you into the bottom of the HUD, try to take that cheesy snapshot, and sometimes it works. You know, this is DCS, so the bullets are actually coming out, and if you get hit, it could take you out. All right, there you go, two circle against the MiG. The other thing about that is obviously giving up angles by doing the head fake one way and then forcing a two circle, so I gave up all the turning room between us. I also turned late, so that was a late break turn, so that gave him a huge advantage. And throw on top of that going blind, no joy, I guess. Blind for friendlies, no joy for bad guys. That sucks, right? And then you find them, and generally, just to think about this, the longer it goes on, the more likely you're going to find them somewhere at 6 o'clock. A fairly low aspect behind you, all right? You might even see the bullets the first thing you know that they're there. All right, guys, that's it for today. A little bit of BFM academics for you in DCS against a Su-27 and against MiG-29. Let me know what you think down below. If you want me to fight something else, probably go through the whole rigmarole at some point. All right, have a good one. We will see ya.